Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in once again to another Inside the Lions Den here on the YouTube page for the Queen Sports Network. As always, I'm Mike Glennon. And today, I'm joined by Bre Martinez, former softball player here for Queens University, and this year's Mark Kelso's Just Show Up Award winner. And first off, Bre, congratulations on not just the award, but of course on graduation as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think hearing former softball player for the first time is a little hit me in the heart a little bit there, but it's okay.
Sorry, I'm not trying to make you emotional right off the get, but it's one of those things. I know we had that sit down conversation. We were doing the senior video about kind of what it meant to you, and I know in your email to me about setting this up, you talked about how it's kind of a cool little send off to get something like this. And just for those that may not know what it is, it's presented by the Department of Athletics, who made it for people who made a difference in the Queens community by, well, of course, showing up. And that means demonstrating acts of university-wide involvement, impactful visibility within the greater Queens community. It's a result of Dr. Mark Kelso's Hunter Hamilton Love of Teaching Award speech at the Fall Convocation back in 2017. First off, Bre, I know I've mentioned this before in terms of you working with me on the broadcast network, but I know it doesn't just end there. You're kind of all over the place. So I guess let's start there. What is it about just showing up to you, and why is that so important in the way that you've kind of, more or less molded your life around?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Queens and the way they always they're from the day I stepped on campus, the big thing was, family and involvement, being in a small community. So I think I just really embraced that from like day one. I mean, I think from a young age, I was that way too. My parents instilled, showing up, being present in everything that you do. And I guess I just really wanted to immerse myself and have a good college experience. I stayed for 5 years, so I would think I definitely enjoyed it.
Sure.
So I know that the little volunteering and doing what I can with the little bit of time I had made a big difference, on the broadcast, I say, for just example, or
Sure.
even just softball, showing up early to practice to make sure the field was maintained the right ways. Like those little things that sometimes aren't really thought about, I know make a difference, whether, you're recognized for it or not. And it's never was a recognized thing for me. Like I just did it because I enjoyed it, like I love the school. I love the sport. I loved the broadcasting. Like it was all fun. So it was a lot of the fun that I enjoyed.
Well, and that's a very important lesson to learn, especially at such a young age. I know you're a college graduate now heading on into the workforce, but that being said, showing up, doing the right thing, you may not always get the recognition for it, but the results will be there. And of course, the recognition will come at some point. And obviously it did this year as the Just Show Up Award winner. Now, you mentioned you helped out with us. You've helped out with other aspects of this. The other part of that is you go to sports games just as a fan and to cheer on your fellow athletes. Why is that so important? And what is it about this Queens community that has stood out to you over these couple of years you've been here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, the environment, just the good time. Like, again, we're a small school, so I know everybody on the teams. Like,
Sure.
I have friends, and I mean, I want them to be there to support me in my sport, so like, I would do the same for them. And just being able to like go with a couple of buddies to a game, and watch. Like, I also learned so many different sports that I've never like. I went to a lot of wrestling matches. I would have never. I didn't do a lot of that in high school. Even just a lot. I didn't play volleyball ever, so like going to volleyball games. Learning a little bit more about that and just like supporting my fellow like student athletes. A lot of the times I don't think, especially in a small school, we get the amount of support from our peers and even sometimes outside that we should. We're doing just as much and, daily grinding as much as, the next D1 athlete. So I think it's just important that we support each other. And like, I wanted that, so I wanted to give it. So, it was a good time.
Well, again, if you want the support, you got to give the support. And obviously that is something you've done in droves over these 5 years that you've been here. And I know Coach Schramm's going to miss you because you're out there 3 hours before game time helping her get it ready. I made the comment to you earlier on this season when you were spray painting the Rex the Lion head behind home plate there. And I said, hey, if the softball thing doesn't work out, you might have a future in doing some tagging somewhere. But at the same time, congratulations on this. Of course, best of luck into your next adventures. And do not be a stranger. Make sure if you are in town come softball season, you hop on a couple broadcasts with me because I'd like somebody to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
That'd be awesome.
All right, Bre. Thanks so much, and we appreciate it. And again, congratulations on being this year's Mark Kelso's Just Show Up Award winner.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, that'll do it for another Inside the Lions Den. Make sure you come back and join us each and every Friday at 10 a.m. right here on the YouTube page for the Queen Sports Network. As always, I'm Mike Glennon for Bre Martinez. Go Royals.